Welcome to SportNation again. The boys are with me. What a weekend again. Fabulous. And of course looking ahead to Manchester City, which is going to be a great game. Guys, first of all, Manchester United once again, 4 last week, 4 again, looking ominous. Tom?
Yeah, they are looking very, very sharp. We said it before the game, Lukaku's going to cause Swansea problems, and he did. It was just a matter of time before they broke him down. Swansea never really threatened, did they? Man United looked really good going forward.
Yeah, but I was a little bit cautious about it because it took them a long time to kind of open the floodgates. And to be honest, they weren't playing as good a football as they did the week before.
Yeah.
They were trying to go down the middle the whole time. There's so much space out wide, which they just weren't utilising. It was a little bit concerning that they were just...
Well, Swansea could have taken the lead.
Yeah, true.
And if Swansea had that chance off the underside of the bar, that goes in, we may have had a different game.
It's true.
There's something about Joe's at the moment. He's got this swagger about him. You know, he's trying to play it down, but you can tell. I'm not saying smug, but he's got the suit back on and he's looking good.
His mojo.
You know?
He's got his mojo.
He has
back.
got his mojo. The thing is, he knows with those, like the front four, they are going to score goals. If they keep it tight at the back, United are going to be tough to beat this season. First time they've won with 4 goals the first 2 games in 110 years.
And also,
I mean, the signs look good.
What was looking quite nice as well is they're finishing strong. They're not looking tired at the end of the game. Pogba's got loads of juice left in the tank. He's bursting forward.
What a finish.
Rashford's looking lively, isn't he?
Yeah, Martial coming on and doing the business again.
No, the ammo's there. I think the key is at the back.
Yeah, totally agree.
There's no doubt about it. So, a great result for Man U. Burnley 0, West Brom 1. I thought this could go either way, this one. And to be honest, Burnley were slightly unlucky, I felt.
Yeah, they were. Like, at home, we said before, they're good at home, and you'd expect them to come out and cause teams problems. West Brom are such a tricky team to play against. Like, obviously, big, physical teams. People don't want to play against them. And Tony Pulis has got them set up. They will finish in the top half, guaranteed. They just churn out results.
Grinding out
Funny old game for Robson Kanu.
Yeah.
Comes off the bench, come on son, get us a goal. He gets the goal and then the old arms up and red card.
Yeah.
I believe he may appeal it.
Really?
So I'll be honest with you, I thought the referee could have just had a word.
Yeah.
But there was contact, but it wasn't, you know, you see a blatant bang, have that. It wasn't that.
Wasn't malicious.
He was sort of jumping with leverage, but it caught the defender. So we'll see. But then Burnley, just of late, the home record's not been great. Before that, just reading, won the at home was very, very good. It kept him the Premier. But I just see that this year. I don't know. I think it's going to be a tough year for Burnley.
I agree. I think obviously winning away at Chelsea, everyone's thought, oh, Burnley are here this year.
Yeah.
I think I called it before the Tottenham Chelsea game as well. I thought Chelsea didn't do much wrong. They just had a couple of decisions went against them. So that kind of result flattered Burnley a little bit. Winning 3-2 obviously away at Chelsea is an amazing result, but I think that could be masking a few issues there.
Pretty sure last year they got 83% of their points from home.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they need to make sure they're still trying to...
No, it's going to be tough, I think, as it will be tough for Brighton.
Yeah.
We move on, Leicester 2, Brighton 0. You know, Leicester look okay at the moment, don't they? You know, from losing their way after being champions, the back, and Mahrez is looking good.
Yeah, it's just where he stays, because was all the chat he's going to Roma.
I'd love to see him stay in the Premier, personally.
He's a good player.
And I keep thinking, I don't know,
Arsenal.
an Everton, or if Sanchez goes, an Arsenal. He's that good, you know.
The thing is, he always looks like he's going to create something. Every time he gets the ball, like, fans want to see him on the ball just because he'll make something happen. Like, defenders don't know. I've never seen a player turn someone inside out so easily, and he just makes it look effortless.
Yeah,
I'd love to see him stay in the Premier.
Vardy injured, so that could be a bit of a problem for them.
If Iheanacho is fit, maybe that will, steady the ship. But again, he's just coming into a new team. What's his confidence going to be like? He's come back from an injury as well, so.
I think this year though, Leicester have got better strength in depth. Iheanacho, Slimani. They've got Okazaki, who's got 2 and 2.
Yeah.
So they've, even without Vardy, I know Vardy's a different threat in behind, whereas they've still got a good squad.
Yeah. Brighton may have problems. Chrissy, I must admit, watching my old mate Chrissy on the touchline, he, for me, just looked a wee bit concerned.
They're just going to struggle to score goals. Like, it's the biggest challenge when you're coming up from the Championship. you're playing against a different calibre of player.
Yeah.
And I think sticking the ball in the back of the net is the hardest thing you
And
can
also,
do.
I also think just maybe one signing, two signing, just have a fresh face in there might just help them a wee bit.
Yeah.
I think if they're going to stay up, it's going to be at home. They've got to get the home form, like Burnley have done,
Yeah.
like to a certain extent Swansea have done over the years, and Bournemouth have done, not this weekend. But I just feel the Amex has got to be a fortress.
It has to be. Like you say, Burnley stayed up with it. If Brighton don't win at home, there's only one way they're going to go.
So one of the big games, we expected a lot of goals, guys. Liverpool collect 3 points. But it was interesting today, Klopp turning around and saying, no, okay, Coutinho's not injured. I just can't play him at the moment, but he's not injured. And it won't go away, you know. Klopp's just praying for that window to slam shut.
He really is. I think, did I read they turned down £113 million?
Could be more.
But could be more. I don't think money's the issue. Klopp wants to keep him.
But also, what I read as well is out of that 114 million, only 80 million of it was being paid up front. The rest was based off bonuses, and so they basically looked at that and they've gone, well, it's actually 80 million.
Yeah.
And he's worth more than 80 million in their heads. So that's why they've turned it down.
Yeah.
One major bonus I thought was Robertson down the left. What about that left foot?
He's got great delivery. I think you'll start to see it. I think he's going to get a run of games now. Obviously, Moreno started the first game. He's brought in Robertson, had a very good game. They've kept a clean sheet. He's just got such good delivery. And then with kind of Firmino, who's a good header of the ball, I could see them linking up well. And like you say, it's just great delivery.
What about Palace? It's amazing how quickly people talk about De Boer. Whoa, it's different from Holland. He went to Italy, was found out. Well, he didn't. He went to Italy when he went to a poor side, and there was a lot of problems. But he wanted a good start, and he's going to be under scrutiny for the next 5-6 games. And then, you know, think of the managers they've had in the past. Solid managers who build around the spine, if you like, the back three or back four. They build on that. He wants to play great football. Well, there's nothing wrong with that if you've got the players to play it. But there was a great, to be fair to him, Benteke's chance.
Yeah.
What a chance that was.
So, was it Loftus-Cheek has cut down and
What a chance. It's harder to miss that.
It really is. 9 times out of 10, Benteke scores that. And then it
Especially
does
against
look
Liverpool
different.
as well.
Again, yeah, we said before as well that he's so good as an opposing player at Anfield.
Yeah.
That's kind of meat and drink for him normally, and he's plays it.
So
mild
Palace
over.
then, Liverpool march on. You know, I'm sure Klopp would have loved 2 or 3, but look, sometimes you have to scrape wins like that. Whereas our next game, Southampton, West Ham, you know, we could be here all day talking about this. First of all, Noble could have gone, and then Arnautovic, you know, to be fair to him, he did take a knock before he lost the plot.
Yeah, but he gets wound up easily, doesn't he?
He does.
See him just getting angry.
And Premiership players are not daft.
Yeah.
People like David Luiz and people like that will wind you up if they know you're going to explode. So West Ham, it looked all over, 2 down, and then amazingly they got back into it.
The little P.
Do you think, see, at 2-2 they get back, so Hernandez gets his 2 goals. Second one was on at that flash, wasn't he? Pyum. Brilliant. And that's where it takes a cool head to say, boys, we're down to 10 men, we don't give anything away, we take a point. But unbelievable.
It's the thing is, they've worked so hard to get back into it, and like you say, you just need someone in there to say, we've got this. We've earned ourselves our point. We've earned our kind of our day's work.
I couldn't believe it was from one of their most experienced players though, Zabaleta.
Yeah.
Like, he's been there, he's done that. Like, he shouldn't be doing stuff like that.
There was a slight nudge, wasn't there?
It was
the wrong
he
side.
knew what he was doing.
There was a slight
he knew what he
nudge.
was doing.
Maybe if they were at home, West Ham,
Yeah,
he gets away with that.
that's exactly it.
Away from home, the crowd, penalty, ref. So, and then Charlie Austin, to be fair, a bit of pressure, seconds left, no problem.
You see what Noble said to him though? Apparently he went up to him before the penalty and said, "Oh, Joe Hart knows where you're going to go." So he changed his mind and went the opposite direction, and he scored.
It was a good penalty. Good penalty.
So, bit of gamesmanship there.
Yeah,
really
well,
was.
he did check his run, didn't
Yeah.
he? And you know, and when you check that run, I'm not saying you stop, but if you check it,
you can see.
you see basically the way the keeper's gone. I remember when I was at Ipswich, Paul Cooper, when we won the UEFA Cup 81, he had a run of, I think, 10 penalty saves.
Okay.
And you know what he used to do?
Just wait.
So he'd take the penalty, he'd look at that post, and he'd edge toward it. He'd look at that post, he'd edge toward it, and he'd make it obvious, but he'd go that way.
Wow.
And he saved 10, I think, that year.
Oh wow. That's I mean, that's a
So
great
again,
record.
it's in there. But just going back to the Saints, I think we'll be okay. West Ham United, have they got a major problem? They go to Newcastle next weekend.
Well, I think both teams are struggling there.
Yeah.
They're
6
Need a
pointer
win.
already?
Need a win.
They're crying out for it. I think West Ham will be. I think they'll be fine with Hernandez. You see what sort of striker he is. It's what they were missing last year.
Yeah.
2 chances, 2 goals. That's
Carroll's
what
a
it's about.
problem. Will he go? He might even go to Newcastle.
Really?
Yeah. Rafa's whinging. I need players. I need players. He said today, Rafa Benitez, we're not ready for the Premiership.
Yeah, I think he's completely right. You can see that squad was built for the Championship, and I think Rafa knows that. They are a couple of players short. If they brought in someone like Carroll, you need someone that's going to be a goal threat.
If he plays.
If he plays, and you can keep him fit.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
I
thing.
read somewhere that if Bilic doesn't get if he loses 2 more, they're going to start. They're going to start saying.
Well, it could happen now. We often talk about stats on the show, don't we? Stoke have lost once in the last 8 home Premier League games against the Arsenal. 1-4, drew 3. Unbelievable again.
Great record.
But I have to say, a lot of times, Arsene Wenger, I didn't see it. And and the times I get angry with him, he has been a wonderful manager.
Yeah.
But the times I say, oh, come on, Arsene, he's a sore loser. But I have to say, a big sympathy.
Yeah.
I thought that was a goal.
Oh, definitely.
I thought it was a goal. Everyone's telling me it was proven. It was his toe was offside. Give us a break.
I mean, I always thought it was benefit the decision goes to the attacker.
Yeah.
I watched it in real time and thought that's onside.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't believe that has been given.
I think he's got it. I think he's lucky. The linesman give it a punt.
Yeah.
I think he's thought.
Not quite sure.
I'm not sure offside.
Yeah.
I swear, I've never seen a closer one not given.
Agreed. I think it's all. I feel some sympathy there because it was a perfectly good goal. It was at a time in the game where Arsenal were so far on top that if that goes in, you're probably looking to win.
What do you make of it? Ozil's getting pelters from like Stevie Gerrard, Martin Keown. I don't think he was that bad, to be honest.
And the Stoke
in
police,
that game.
And the Stoke police. So an Arsenal fan tweeted someone, I want to report a robbery because Stoke won, and the Stoke police tweeted, we've been looking for a missing person, Ozil.
Well, so, I'm not this game, not for me.
I think he's got a habit though, isn't he? Some games he just does not appear, does he?
But you know what you've got with him? He's not going to tackle. He's not really going to track back and burst the gut. But when you give him the ball, he makes things happen. He's silky. He glides all over the place.
Yeah.
You know what you've got? You've got to have someone like Xhaka to do his job.
Exactly that.
Right? And other players to do their jobs and let him have the ball. He's the playmaker.
Ozil, I agree with you. This game, probably not as much as others. If you give him the ball, he's magic. He can spot passes that people can't even see. So it's one of those. But you got to, sometimes away at Stoke, is that the game where he's going to thrive?
Well, don't pick him then.
Exactly that. So it's like sometimes it may not.
And then
be
we
his
read
best.
as well about Sanchez. The latest is 400 grand a week. It looks like City are going to really test Arsenal. We want them.
I think that's where he's going to end up. I really do. There's so many murmurs about it. There's so many that I think it's going to happen.
He's not playing because he's
not
injured.
playing because he's injured again.
It's rubbish.
And I think money talks at the end of the day. He wants to go and win things.
Look at all the guys who want to leave, right? For just 3. Sanchez, Hazard, where's he? Coutinho, where's he?
Injured.
Do you know what I mean?
They're all. There's a lot of injuries.
I've got strain in my wallet. My wallet needs more.
I think before we move on though, that Hesse looked very
lively, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was causing trouble.
Lively.
I think it's a great loan signing.
Shrewd acquisition, that one. He's gonna be a good signing, I think.
Well, I think Mark needs it because Stoke need a half decent run. You know, there's murmurs and whispers that he could be the first to go. So that was a big win from him, a big win.
Massive win.
So on to Newcastle United against Huddersfield. The 2 new boys coming up. Huddersfield had a good win. Newcastle looking for the first point. I didn't watch all of the game, but I see enough. I thought there was a lack of quality throughout the game.
Agreed.
And I think both teams are going to struggle to stay up.
I do quite like the look of Huddersfield though. I think one bit of magic won them the game, and I think Moy, the guy from Man City,
finished it well.
He's a good player. He watched them in the first game at Palace. He caused them a lot of problems, and I think if there's one team, I know it's only 2 games in, but of looking at the 3 teams that have come up, Huddersfield, I would say, I know they've won 2 games, but they're probably best placed of the three.
And we thought they were, at the beginning we were saying that they're the weakest, and we thought they're definitely down.
The 2 games in, you know, I think the coach is very organised.
Yeah.
And I think he's got them believing that they can stay up. But they just need a couple of bad results, and I don't think there's enough quality there.
I think it's one of the testing time for the teams that come up around about Christmas, when there's a lot of games and they've got a few injuries, is when they're bringing in those sort of squad players.
Yeah.
That's when they start getting found out where they're...
But Newcastle at home next week, West Ham.
That's...
You know what I mean? It's massive. And if
Big
they
game.
get beat, after Rafa saying, we're not ready for the Premier yet, if they get beat, you know, it's big trouble. But if they beat West Ham, it's big trouble for Slavan.
I reckon that's got draw written all over it, that one, isn't it?
Now you've said that.
Score draw?
Score draw.
Maybe 0-0.
Oh.
Could be boring.
Yeah,
Just
don't say
no one wants to lose. Anyway,
Don't say that.
we'll talk about that later in the
The
week.
big one yesterday, loved it. As a football game, I really, really enjoyed. What a goal, free kick.
Oh.
What a goal.
He's...
Textbook.
I wish I remember when he was playing for Sunderland and Bolton.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't remember that.
No, well, it's obviously Conte's seen something in him that no one else has seen. Taking a chance on him. Well, I know he's at Fiorentina, but he looks like the best player or the best left back in the league.
Hell of a goal. Hell of a goal. And then
popped up
Spurs,
for the second as well.
Spurs, to be fair, had a lot of the bottom because Louise was doing so well in front of the backs. But Tottenham started to not wear them down, but having a lot of possession. I thought Chelsea were great because we've spoken, on this programme about Chelsea, the morale in the dressing room. Well, there was nothing wrong with the morale yesterday.
No.
Whether it was because it was Wembley, but they were organised, they defended brilliant. Every time Tottenham got balls in, apart from the goal, they were first to the ball, heading it clear.
They were peppering them, weren't they?
Yeah, I thought they defended really well. And then Harry was unlucky again.
Yep.
William was unlucky, but Harry, you know, no goals in August again. It's unbelievable.
It's
Close twice.
I thought it was going to change this week. I really did. But it's an astounding run that's still going.
But where are we? Where are we on that? To be honest, does that tell us that Spurs will struggle at Wembley?
I don't think so, because I think they actually played quite well. I think they were unlucky with the result. It was Lloris should have saved that second goal.
Yeah. It was funny, wasn't it? Because he's trying to narrow the angle, and I think he's half thinking it's going across.
I thought he was going to go across.
And sometimes, you know, I was taught to do that.
Yeah.
You know, keep it low and fire at the feet. But he was disappointed.
Yeah.
But Louise done well. If you remember, Lloris threw it out, a quick counter to try and go and win the game. And David Luiz.
It was make or break, wasn't it?
It was. He committed. I've got to get it, and he did.
Yeah, if he didn't get that, he was going to concede.
I think Conte's got to deserve a lot of credit because he's played that formation, put Louise in there to get about Tottenham, because he knows that Dembele, Dyer, let them play. Tottenham can dictate, and I think that was a very
Chelsea
very
have never
decision.
lost when they've led under Conte.
Really?
That's a very
Great stat.
Never lost when they've taken the lead. So I think they're on their way. I was worried because I tipped them to win it. Then I suddenly thought, ooh, Manchester United, Manchester City, but Chelsea could easily have been amongst there if they keep that. If they keep that morale up, that fighting spirit, because he won't let them stop. You know, Conte's like, see him at the end of the game, go and see the fans, get out there, get out. You know, he loved that game.
Passion.
I just wonder where the goals are coming from. That's my only problem with Chelsea.
Morata still doesn't look like he's...
Missed a sitter, didn't he? with the header?
Absolute sitter. I don't know if he's settled yet, and he's got used to the pace of the Prem. And it could become a psychological thing with him as well if he doesn't start finding the net soon.
One game we forgot, just before we go to the big one tonight. Bournemouth 0, Watford 2. Big result for Watford.
Huge.
Big result.
I'm a bit worried about Bournemouth. At the beginning of the season, I thought they're actually going to do really well this year.
No
They've made some
Defoe.
Good signings.
Yeah, no
He says he's not fit.
It's a strange one because I presumed he would go there and he would be their kind of main man.
Yeah.
But the signs don't look good for Bournemouth.
No.
I mean, again, we say it before that home form is very, very key. That's a game that Bournemouth will have been expecting to win.
I agree. In fact, I tipped them to win.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be tight, 1-0, 2-1, something like that. But when Watford get the first goal, you know, they've got a bit of pace about them, Watford. That's the only thing. You've got to be careful against Watford, especially when you're pressing, looking for an opener. They can catch you in the counter.
I quite like the look of Watford with a couple of games played. I think he's made some good signings. I like Chalobah. I think he's a good player.
Well, that was funny with Chalobah, Harry Arter. Well, I spoke to a referee today, Mark House. He said, Alan, that's a yellow card.
Yeah.
I went, how? He says, no, it's ungentlemanly conduct.
You can't do it.
But he's obviously said, leave it, my ball, leave it. And he's left it, he's gone, yeah. I was laughing my head off. I thought it was funny.
I've done it so many times at five-a-side, and people do not like it when you try it. So no, I think it's one of those that you probably try it 3 or 4 times, but because it was such a good opportunity, it's even
edge of the box or in the box?
It was just inside the box.
Yeah,
Shallow was
indirect
just about
free
to.
kick.
Oh, it was a belt. It was running on. It was just a bit of blast it.
So would it?
And he left it.
Indirect.
So it would have been indirect free kick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Ungentlemanly conduct.
Yeah. Okay.
So tonight, Everton, Man City at Manchester City, of course. Everton last year hit them for 4 and got a draw, I think, at the Etihad. Pep says today, I'm not under pressure. We never won a trophy last year. Forget it, I'm not under pressure. This is some side. This is some team I've got. We don't know if Gilfield will play for Everton, but you know, again, Ronald Koeman's a clever cookie. He's brought all these new faces in, and I keep hearing they haven't gelled just yet. So it'll be very interesting how tonight goes.
I think, Pep's kind of deflecting that away from him to not put as much pressure on his team. He knows this is a game. City go into every game and they look to win. They'll still be wanting to win this game, and their front 4 going forward, they're going to score goals.
I think Everton are literally just going to focus on shutting up shop and maybe hitting them on the counter and nick a goal. They're going to make it as difficult as they can. But I mean, look at City's firepower. You know, they're dangerous.
There's goals
Is Rooney liable to pop up?
I think he's just going to sit deep and try.
Back in Manchester.
Yeah.
Wouldn't put it past him.
Well, if he scores, it'll be his 200th goal. So he'll be the second person to.
And obviously, they're about to name an England squad soon. Gareth and no Vardy.
That's true. I think Wayne Rooney will end up back in that squad.
You reckon?
Yeah, I really do. I think you can't be playing every week in the Prem and performing and scoring goals and not be picked.
He did play well last week.
He
played all right.
He's still got a lot to give, and I like the way that Koeman's dropped him back slightly as well.
Yeah.
Plays on his strengths, keeps the ball.
Creates chances, isn't he? Even if he's not scoring, he's creating chances.
He's clever because he makes a lot of space for other players. So like having the quick players around him, kind of Lookman and Calvert-Lewis, they are going to feed off Rooney.
Just to sum up then the weekend, looking forward to tonight. Tottenham, Conte has said he thinks they'll struggle at Wembley because opposition players are going to come and have a huge lift with a brilliant atmosphere. Are they going to struggle at Wembley?
I don't think they will. I think if they were to struggle at Wembley, you would have seen it in yesterday's performance, and yesterday's performance was good. I agree. I disagree with you, sorry, Ollie. I think Tottenham, I don't think they're going to get 4th. I called it at the start of the year. I think it's the biggest boost ever for players. So even like people like Brighton's, your Huddersfield's going there. It's their one chance to play at Wembley in front of 80,000 fans, apart from playoffs. Fine.
Joey Barton told me just this morning, he said at White Hart Lane, they're on top of the crowd. It's fast, it's furious, it's a tight pitch. Wembley's totally the opposite. And he said it's very spongy, the pitch. Now, I played a couple of times there, but it's a long time ago now. But he's played recent, and he said it's totally different. From the ball moving fast, it's much slower. And he thinks that's against Spurs.
It really is. Well, they tried to make the pitch the same dimensions as the White Hart Lane pitch, but the Wembley ground, they wouldn't let them.
The crowd are so far away.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Manchester United, we'll see City tonight, but United will be there come the end of the season.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
It's between the 2 Manchester clubs for me. On the first couple of games evidence, United do look like.
And Ollie, Liverpool, all depends on Coutinho for Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be a massive deciding factor if Coutinho stays and if Van Dijk arrives as well. Settle that back 4. So yeah, I think they might edge top 4. But yeah, we'll see.
We'll see, Ollie.
We will.
Tom, brilliant. Really enjoyed that. Looking forward to tonight's big one, and of course we'll preview next weekend's games coming up. So thank you for joining Sport Nation. We'll see you soon. Thank you.